everybody, thank you for coming back to my channel. As always, if you are new here, my name is Riley or Honey Rags. I'm a full-time reseller. I resell on Poshmark, Etsy, eBay, Relove. If you're returning, I love you guys. So anyway, I really wasn't supposed to make a video today. I mean, I wasn't planning on it. This is a new one for me. So instead of going through every item that sold over the past week or so, am I talking too fast? I have my retainers in, so I feel like I have a lisp. And if I talk quick enough, I don't, like my lisp doesn't have enough time to, you get it. So anyway, instead of going through everything that I sold over the past week or so, I'm going to show you guys my quickest flips. Basically the things that were listed for the least amount of time that sold rather quickly for me. Some items I will sit on for months, some items sell overnight, and some items sell, you know, within the week. These items, I don't think any of them sold overnight, but pretty close. So keep an eye on the brands, the styles, because these were all quick sellers for me. So this is a cachet top. This one might have, yeah, this one was in my last haul video from the bins. I probably paid like $1 for it. It had like a wraparound bandana front. Cachet does well. Am I saying it right? Is it cash or cachet? It's one of those discontinued mall brands that still has like quite a bit of following. They have like really elegant styles. I had this listed for $28. Somebody sent me an offer for $20 and I accepted. I knew this one would go just because of the style. I think I had this one listed for maybe 4 or 5 days. So this is part of a bundle. I sold this soft surroundings, really long sweater dress thing. This new tag swimsuits for all brand. And I sold this vintage dress with a really cool pastel pattern. The soft surroundings dress and the swimsuit were probably listed around 2 months each, which obviously that's not a very quick seller. However, I was holding out on the soft surroundings dress because I had a couple of offers. I had a lot of interest, but I knew I didn't really want to let it go for like, I was sticking with the 80. The vintage dress here that you guys see, this sold within 4 to 5 days as well in the bundle. And what's funny about this is I had somebody comment on my previous video about when I went to the bins and I showed you guys my haul. I'm always gonna have somebody who's negative or doesn't agree with what I'm doing or thinks I'm overpricing or underpricing. That's a given, which is fine. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but they commented something like, you're asking way too much for those ugly vintage pieces. And it's funny because this was one of those ugly vintage pieces that was in the haul and it sold for $58, well, with 20% off because I had an automatic 20% off my bundles. Regardless, I probably paid like $2 for it and it sold for $58 plus 20% off. So it just goes to show you, just because something is not your cup of tea or someone else's cup of tea does not mean there's not a market for it. I've had people tell me, why are you trying to sell old lady clothing? Well, old ladies buy clothing too. Like, you don't, old ladies don't just walk around naked. Like, but the point is, this is not an ugly dress. Like when I found this vintage dress, I thought this was so freaking cool, but I can see how vintage things like this are ugly to someone else, but that, there's just a market for everything, you guys. And ugly vintage is actually trendy right now. So even if this was ugly, or I sell ugly vintage pieces that are trendy, and I actually put ugly in the title because people like that. Ugly Christmas sweaters, people like that stuff. I just went on like a 3-minute rant. I normally don't even give negative comments my time of day. Like normally it's just blocked and deleted because I don't really want to deal with negativity. But it was just funny because it was like the day after they commented that this sold for almost full asking price. So I'm like, suit yourself. So this is actually, this wasn't a super quick sale. I think I had this listed for maybe 2-3 weeks, but it sold on Relove. It is a 1980s vintage bodysuit. It like clipped at the bottom and it says 27. I think they sent me an offer for like maybe 23 and I accepted, but regardless, I sold this single gold tone snake earring. So it was single. I had to put it in my listing like 5 times that it was single, not a pair of earrings. It was literally just this one. I sold this on Relove for $20, which was my full asking price. A lot of you guys have been asking about Relove. I try to get back to the questions on Relove as soon as possible because I really do want as many people to join as possible. And no, Relove does not like pay me. They sponsored, I've told you guys this before, they sponsored one pop-up for me, but that's it. I really just love the app. I will leave a link down below to Relove. If you use my invite code HoneyRags, it's 10% off your first order, as always. I will put that down below in the description as well. Anyway, yeah, so this earring was probably listed for about 2 weeks. This Cobby pinstripe blouse sold within maybe a week at $23.80, which was my full asking price on eBay. I think I paid like $3 for it. And this sold within 2 days. It's a Free People paisley long sleeve top, $21.70, which was also my full asking price on eBay. So this was not a super quick flip, but I did want to throw this in my video for what sold. I think I sat on this for like 3 or 4 months. By no means was it a quick flip, but it is one of those brands that I don't really hear a lot of resellers talking about, but it does well for me. It's called Neon Buddha, and I've noticed their jackets do well for me. So it's like a yoga, like really lax yoga, active, outdoorsy brand. Very zen, as you can imagine, Neon Buddha. But I've been sitting on some Neon Buddha pieces that I will sit on full price. I won't send offer to likers. I won't reduce the price. And I've noticed they're pretty consistent with selling at full asking price as long as I'm not asking anything crazy for them. The jackets seem to do well around the $30 price point, which, considering I probably paid like $5 for this, is pretty good. So that is all that I have for the clothing, my quick clothing flips from last week. Next, you guys have this beautiful hand-carved llama statue that I sold for, it was on Etsy, so it doesn't tell me the price. I think it was $25 and like $5 shipping or something like that. I paid like $1 for it. So it was a quick flip. I had this bad boy listed for maybe like a month, which that doesn't seem like a quick flip, but considering it was just a vintage statue that I had at $25 and it was only like this big, I was impressed with the time frame there. This sold within 2 weeks, I want to say, 2 or 3 weeks tops, which, you know, also you guys are probably thinking that's not a very quick flip, but things on Etsy, I will usually sit on them a little bit longer if I put them on Etsy, but this one sold quickly. I sold it for $28 with like $5 shipping again. So again, I mean, it was only like this big. I paid 50 cents for it at a garage sale. So that was also a good flip. So that isn't everything that I sold. That is just, I picked out my quickest sales from last week. So yeah, keep an eye out for those brands. Sorry about the rant. I should probably shut up now so that I can show you guys my haul from last night. Now I'm going to show you the haul, and I'm going to do a quick little PSA that I normally don't do. I just recapped the video that I just took, showing you guys what sold, and I realized I went a little heavy on the eyeshadow under my eye. So normally I wouldn't care, but I do just want to let you guys know I normally don't look that depressing. I got ready in a hurry this morning because my kids were freaking out. So that's just my PSA. So I feel better now that I said something, because wow, that was a little crazy. I don't have these steamed yet either, but this is a vintage Levi's sweater, and it's like really washed out looking, which I don't know if that's intentional. But like when I spread it, you can see the true colors of the threading of the fabric. Anyway, this is really cool. I think I might list this around like $30. I found lots of Torrid, which I love selling, but I only brought home my favorite pieces. I found this Torrid, like really lightly woven top. I found this Boss by Hugo Boss top. Now, is this woman's? Because I was confident that it was a men's large, but then I looked at the bottom and it seems like a little more tailored than a woman's would be, right? Although like really slim, tight fit, tailored clothing on men looks great, I just don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna list that for yet. I've sold Hugo Boss before. This is my first time finding and even hearing of this brand, but it's really cute. Like, it reminds me of like a pinup model, which is not normally my style, but like I said, there's a market for everything. And the brand name is what got me here. Okay, it says Hell Bunny. And if you look close enough, like all these anchors and all these weird things going on, like they have little Hell Bunny underneath them. So I looked up Hell Bunny, and the comps weren't crazy, but it does seem like a nice pinup brand that has a decent following. And if I put pinup in the title, that's just another tag word. I do think I'm gonna start this one at 40 just to start because it's super cute. I found this Athleta jacket, which it's seen better days. I don't want to say it's in bad condition because it's not. It's in good condition. You can just kind of tell that it was like thrown through the wash a couple of times. So I'll probably start at around like 28 because it is fall. But I mean, I only paid like $5 for it, so let's be real. Which actually is a lot for a jacket like that, but I couldn't leave it behind. I thought about not taking it home with me, but it is a nice quality jacket. So this is a brand new with tags. Calia, am I saying that right? It's a Carrie Underwood's activewear brand, right? Yeah, by Carrie Underwood, Calia. So I heard through Instagram, through the grapevine of Instagram, that this was a good brand to resell. So because it was new with tags, I picked it up. I don't know what I'm gonna list it for yet. Maybe 35, maybe less, maybe more. I doubt more, but it is new with tags. This is a Banana Republic, so not Banana Republic Factory, just Banana Republic, which is always bueno. But I normally don't pick up Banana Republic, but I love this pattern. It's polyester, it's not anything special, but I think I'm gonna list it for 25. And if not, I'm gonna keep it for myself. This is another brand that I find a lot of, but I don't always pick up. It's Foxcroft. And Foxcroft is a good bread and butter brand for me, but I just stopped picking it up because some of it I've sat on, some of it I let go for like $10. But this one has these really cute little textured little dots. I think this is really cute. Maybe like 25. This is a brand I've never heard of before. I don't know if it's Anthropologie. I looked it up and something popped up about Anthropologie, but it doesn't have the Anthro-RN. It's called Trovata Birds of Paradise. I've never heard of it, but I don't pick up brands that I know nothing about. The comps, it didn't even show me anything for comps. So normally I would have left this behind, but this has really cute bell sleeves with little, like, it's not, what are these called? These little embroidered holes. They're not keyholes. Regardless, this is cute, and if it doesn't sell around $20 just from style alone, I'll keep it for myself. This is a Joseph Ribkoff. I found a couple of Joseph Ribkoff pieces, but this was the only one I brought home. It is a good brand to pick up, but it's like one of those like older designer labels that are maybe a miss, maybe a hit. But this is a little red dress. You really can't go wrong, and it feels brand new. It feels really heavy. This is another one of my Torrid finds. Just a cute leopard print blouse. I'll probably list it around 20, maybe 25 to start. And this is a brand new with tags, Loft, which retailed for 108, but you know they always run sales and stuff, so I'm not gonna stretch it. I'll probably list this around 50, maybe a little bit more than 50, because I love this pattern and this is really trendy right now. And it has just really light shoulder padding, which I like. And then I also found this Torrid piece. I told you guys I did good with the Torrid today. It's kind of sheer. It's just a really cute like blush pink blouse. I'm probably only going to list this one at 20 to start because it is a little more simple than the other pieces. And this is a Patagonia. So this doesn't have anything special to it. I almost left it behind. It doesn't even have the Patagonia logo anywhere, which a lot of people, rightfully so, if you're going to buy a brand name top, you usually want the logo showing somewhere, at least like things like Patagonia and LL Bean and stuff. But this is like one of those weird like thermal things, I think. So maybe someone who like goes skiing or something will appreciate this. I'm really trying to sell the piece to you guys. And you guys have to keep in mind, when I tell you what I'm going to list something for, that is the starter price. I send out offer to likers all the time. I reduce prices. People send me offers. When I tell you what I'm going to list something for, that does not mean that's what it's going to sell for. So please keep that in mind. When I tell you guys I'm going to list something, just take it with a grain of salt. This is a Lafayette 148, which I've found this brand before, but every time I find it, it's flawed. like irreparably flawed. Like there was one Lafayette 48 blazer that I found that I was in love with, and I turned it around, they had a gaping hole in the back. I'm not talking about a hole that I could have like repaired. It was a gaping, like a chunk of fabric was taken out. It's weird. Anyway, knock on wood, this is just a cute little blazer. I know some people say this brand doesn't sell well for them, but it is a higher end brand. I mean, it retails for a pretty penny, so I couldn't leave it behind. There's no way. And this is the last clothing item I have to show you guys. I don't always pick up this brand. It's Nicole by Nicole Miller. So I've noticed Nicole Miller, just Nicole Miller, like no branch of Nicole Miller does well for me. But Nicole by Nicole Miller is like her cheaper line of clothing. And I mean, you guys know when I'm saying cheaper, I just mean like, you know, there's different lines of clothing. So normally when I find Nicole by Nicole Miller, I don't pick it up because it doesn't retail for much. But this is a paisley trench, and it just really gives me like a 70s vibe. I found the exact same one listed for $28, but I think it was a different size, so I think I might list this one for $30. Like I said, I send out offer to likers and stuff. But if this doesn't sell for like $25, I'm keeping it for myself because it fits and it's really cute. I found some old Disney books that I'm gonna sell off in a lot, but I'm not gonna go through all of the vintage items that I found because I already cleaned them up and put them away. But anyway, that is my haul. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. And I'm going to leave a link down below to my Instagram, and from there is a link tree to most of the platforms that I sell on. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, you guys, and happy selling as always.